Our first inductee in the class of 2024 is Jill Lofald of Duluth in the Fine Arts category. Lofald is in her 46th season of coaching speech at Duluth Denfeld High School. Throughout those decades, her infectious enthusiasm and commitment to inspire a student's growth are known throughout Minnesota.
My heart is full, and that's reward enough. But oh my gosh, when you do run into your students that are now happy. When I would leave my students at the end of the year, I would always read a quote by Mother Teresa that would say something, I'm not going to say the whole quote, but people will sometimes speak against you. They will criticize you, or they will think that you're phony. And she always kind of reminds, well, be happy anyway, or do good anyway. Being honored on the Hall of Fame has such incredible, reward. But it's hard. It's hard to accept the award because really, the reward is just being happy.
Lofald has coached more than 250 section finalists, 150 speech state tournament qualifiers, and had 30 state medalists and 5 state champions. More than 300 students have earned degrees and honors with the National Speech and Debate Association.
There's more to a win than what's on that scoreboard or what's in that record book. That the wins are the life skills. And in public speaking, they're really clear. They're really clear that you can be a good communicator, and that's going to translate into your career. Because you're going to be good at whatever it is you're going to do. You're going to be so good that you're going to rise up in the ranks because of your communication skills.
Lofald grew up just down Interstate 35 in Esco.
But as a 10th grader, I found my way into the prop and the building of the set days. And that kind of started my journey. Didn't get any starring roles. I wasn't, off to Broadway or anything. But the relationship that Ms. Pinard created with me was real, and it was important to me. And it really brought my opportunities at ESCO. I did not have aspirations to go to college. No one in my family had gone to college. My dad had just lost his job at the steel plant. And so I remember my neighbor working at UMD. She worked in admissions. She got my dad to fill out the FAFSA form. And that started my journey. And without Elaine, I would have never gone to college.
While a student at Minnesota Duluth, Lofald's curiosity for the theater paved the way to crossing paths with famed director and theater advisor Roger Schultz.
He said, well, I see you at auditions tonight. And I said, well, I've always done props and I've really done costumes in high school. I would love to do something like that. And Professor Schultz said to me, you show up at auditions tonight and I'll tell you where I'm going to use you. I've used that line throughout my career. Because sometimes kids would say, I was thinking about it, but I don't know. And I said, come on in. We'll make it happen for you. And Roger said, I think the best next step for you, because I've watched you TA in my intro to acting classes, is to teach. I had not ever thought of teaching. And he said, you're just a natural in the classroom.
Establishing relationships with students and encouraging them to reach beyond their comfort zones have been key ingredients in Lofald being able to prepare them for success.
I just started to cultivate that, and for some reason, I knew that building relationship was really going to be the way that I was going to reach kids. Sure. And I taught in a time where you had more openness to do that.
Reaching out to student athletes to introduce them into the world of the fine arts was a persuasive skill that Lofald used.
C.J. Ham, that Vikings player, and a Denfeld grad. Yes. C.J. Ham, I had to encourage him, but C.J. Ham was in my play To Kill a Mockingbird when he was a sophomore here.
Lofald's impact on students has been powerful.
You knew about the program, you knew about the community that she created. And so day one auditioning, I did not feel like an outsider. I didn't feel like, oh my gosh, all of these people are a part of this community. I am not. It was welcome, open arms. And that was the magic that she created. She created this welcoming, safe environment for all of us to be just ourselves.
Lofald's son Eric is the Duluth Denfeld head football coach. He smiles and says it is rewarding to see students succeed under the direction of his mother. He has said he has had no problem sharing his mom with others.
She talked about just, lifelong skills that communication and speech and debate bring in teaching communication classes. I was actually her student. I had her as a teacher my senior year. And so I am Jill Lofald's son, 100%. I've taken a lot of the things that I've seen from her, copied her, learned from her. She dropped me a full letter grade because of attendance.
Lofald has made an impact at the national level as well as a recipient of the prestigious MSHSL Section 5 Speech Coach of the Year award.
I think that I'm a better teacher because I'm a coach, and I'm a better coach because I'm a teacher. I find success by continuing to remind them that they are loved and that they are learning to love themselves.